Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, has often been described as a madman ruler, evil dictator, and, well, a rather portly man. His physical appearance stands in stark contrast to the malnourished population of his country. Despite some signs of economic improvement in North Korea, the sad reality is that the majority of the population has not benefited from it. Instead, the economic gains have mostly gone to the elite few living in Pyongyang and the senior ruling party leadership. Obtaining exact figures is challenging due to the secretive nature of the country. However, North Korean defectors have claimed that malnourishment and outright starvation are still prevalent throughout the nation. Additionally, the CIA confirms that North Korea is unable to produce enough food domestically to feed its population. This raises the question, how is Kim Jong-un able to maintain his rotund figure while the rest of the nation starves? According to the CIA, North Korea relies heavily on international trade to compensate for its inability to produce enough food domestically. Many countries face shortfalls in crop production and address them through international trade. For example, the United States, as the world's largest exporter of wheat, provides wheat to nations lacking in this crop. However, North Korea faces a different predicament. International sanctions have significantly restricted its ability to import food, leaving the nation to fend for itself. During the Cold War, North Korea relied on the Soviet Union for imports to feed its people. However, after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, food and fuel imports ceased. This unfortunate timing coincided with a major natural famine in the country, resulting in estimated deaths ranging from several hundred thousand to as many as 3 million. North Korea desperately sought new support, but its nuclear ambitions, abductions of South Korean and Japanese citizens, and overall bad behavior made it difficult for many nations to offer assistance. China, driven by its ambitions to challenge the United States in the Pacific region, established a closer relationship with North Korea, a long-standing adversary of the U.S. By providing food and materials exports, China prevented a refugee crisis on its own border and ensured North Korea remained a thorn in the side of the U.S. However, even China had its limits. After North Korea successfully conducted nuclear tests, the international backlash compelled China to reduce trade with North Korea. Unfortunately, the impact of these actions, like UN sanctions, mostly affected the poorer populations outside the city centers. Despite the hardships faced by the North Korean people, Kim Jong-un clung to the ideology of Juche, a philosophy of self-reliance initiated by his grandfather, Kim Il-sung. Juche emphasized bearing the hardships and working towards self-reliance. According to this philosophy, North Korea should not depend on external aid and should produce all its own fuel, food, and materials necessary for modern life. Although unrealistic, Juche helped justify mass starvations and hardships as indirect attacks by a hostile world, allowing the Kim regime to maintain power by appealing to nationalistic fervor. North Korea has faced sanctions and trade restrictions from its inception, but it was never as impoverished as it seemed. In the 1970s, Kim Il-sung established a secretive government organization known as Office 39. Its primary objective was to bring in hard currency, but instead of benefiting the people, the funds went directly to the dear leader. Operating through various companies worldwide, Office 39 bypassed international sanctions by posing as other nationalities and engaging in legal and illegal trade. It is estimated that Office 39 generates up to $2 billion in revenue annually. The organization's activities include selling ginseng, gemstones, and gold internationally. To evade international sanctions, Office 39 operatives smuggle goods from North Korea into China, disguising themselves as Chinese traders. While there is no direct evidence linking the Chinese government to Office 39's activities, it is widely known that China has turned a blind eye to the illegal operations of its puppet state. It is highly suspicious that billions of dollars in illicit international trade orchestrated by North Koreans could occur within Chinese territory without the knowledge or facilitation of the Chinese government. Office 39 also engages in counterfeiting, narcotics trafficking, and arms sales. Their counterfeit US 100 bills, known as super notes, were considered the most accurate fakes in the world, leading the U.S. to update its currency's security features. Additionally, Office 39 produces and exports narcotics such as amphetamines and opioids, which find their way to markets worldwide, including the U.S. The organization also plays a role in the global weapons trade, including the sale of banned items like ballistic missiles. In 2013, a ship carrying weapons and missile parts was detained in the Panama Canal, and although its Chinese owners claimed ignorance, suspicions point to their involvement with Office 39. Office 39 is estimated to account for 30 to 40% of North Korea's total economy. As it becomes more challenging for the organization to generate money through external means, it has shifted its focus inward. Reports suggest that Office 39 has monopolized profitable sectors of the North Korean economy, such as marine produce, mining, and textiles, channeling a significant portion of the profits to the dear leader. These funds contribute to Kim Jong-un's nuclear program and help secure his grip on power through the corrupt practice of gift politics. By using government funds meant to address the needs of the North Korean population, the Kims lavish gifts upon political adversaries and potential enemies, ensuring their loyalty and support. As Office 39's revenue stream faces the risk of drying up, the question arises, what will happen to Kim Jong-un and the North Korean regime? The country has long been plagued by severe internal corruption, with each successive dear leader prioritizing personal gain over the well-being of the people. While Kim Jong-un enjoys a life of luxury, his subjects continue to suffer and starve. His subjects continue